Here at the Abandoned Atlas Foundation, anytime that we hear of a piece of history that has been lost to either nature or the wrecking ball, it's never an easy day. And the Dome House, located on Cape Romano, is no exception. This magnificent gem was located on the southern tip of Marco Island in Florida, and unfortunately was met with nature's wrecking ball due to Hurricane Ian in late September 2022.
So the history of the Dome home is so fascinating. Bob Lee was an independent retired oil producer. So by 1980, he had gathered his land and he started construction by himself on his dome home, which he had envisioned as being what we would call off the grid. It was totally solar powered. It had a collection system that ran off the domes, each dome with a gutter that took the rainwater and the dew down into a 23,000-gallon cistern, which was underneath the main dome of the home. So he just had thought of everything. It was totally self-sufficient.
In 1984, just 2 short years after its completion, the Cape Romano Dome House was sold by Lee and his family. The new ownership didn't last long, and it was repossessed by Lee in 1987.
And then they lived there again until a hurricane in 1992 actually made the interior of the house unlivable. The exterior and the foundation were fine. They were intact, but the interior was unlivable. And then that house was never lived in again after that.
In 2005, John Tosto purchased the home with the hopes of not only renovating the property, but relocating the complex as well.
But before the newest owner was able to take any action, another hurricane came through and took the land away, so that now the domes were actually surrounded by water.
It is unknown right now if any of the remaining structural features are still seen underneath the ocean surface. But I do know that the community was hit hard with the loss of this eclectic, self-sustaining house.
It just is a place of fascination. It always has been. There are people that have artwork hanging in their homes of the Dome home, and yet they've never even visited there themselves. It will be so missed because it seems as though it didn't even matter who you were. The Dome home fascination crossed all barriers and all boundaries. Saving these buildings and these stories are crucial. Because how else are we to learn what people did before us or how they thought? How else are we to learn technology? How else are we to learn how human beings interface with one another around that particular structure? So I know people always have a story, but I think buildings always have a story too.
While the loss of this unique house can be felt in our hearts, we can take solace in the fact that a new home of aquatic life has formed on the foundation of what once stood as an impressive and creative part on the coast of Cape Romano, and the house will forever remain in the hearts of the community around it.
So we've had some gifted artists put together some t-shirts with pictures of the domes or images, maybe artist renderings. I know that we've had several artists, local artists in the area who've done work of the domes previously. A resident on Marco Island crafted out of concrete domes and put them on stilts to make a mailbox. And so that's just got everybody smiling. There's no other mailbox on this earth that looks like that one, and that's probably my favorite way to remember them.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If any of you have a personal connection to the Dome home, be sure to leave your comments below. We'd love to hear your stories. And be sure to check out our feature-length documentary about the Majestic Hotel in Hot Springs, Arkansas. All the links to the streaming platforms and trailers can be found in the description. Be sure to let me know what you think, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And just remember, just because it's abandoned doesn't mean it's the end of the story.